So this is the start of turn 1. You saw me setup video, so I've got everything set up. There's me 8 planes ready. I forgot to mention that during the setup, all of these targets have numbers on each scenario. You've got to separate the target cards with the relevant numbers, so I forgot to mention that. And also, if you want to buy the special weapons, you've got to spend SO points. So what I'll do, I've only got 6 SO points, so I'll just use me free weapons, hopefully. Right then, first thing you do, you just follow the sequence of play on the map. So it says, first thing you do is draw your target cards. So you go to your the recon marker and it's pointing at 2. So I can only draw up to 2 target cards. So let's see what the first one is. So the first one is the major airfield. It's got improvement, a keyword called improvement. So all targets get a +1 centre bandit during the draw, so that's pretty bad. So what I better do, because this is a really bad one, is not bother drawing anymore and just get on with doing this one. Because every time I draw a target card from now on, I've got to add a bandit to the centre. So I don't want that. So I'll not bother drawing anymore, I'll just go straight for this one. Here it says I can't use any more than 7 planes, and it takes 5 hits to destroy. But at least I get 4 victory points, and it's got gung ho here. That means I can use all my gung ho counters on it, and if I destroy it I get them refreshed, so that's good as well. Also, this seems to be probably the worst card to pick, because you have to add 2 more bandits as well as the extra bandit in the centre. That's like an extra 3. There'll be 5 bandits I'll be fighting in this mission. But if I do overkill, that's like 7 hits or more, I get an extra victory point. So instead of 4, it'd be 5. So let's see how I go with this one. I'll have to pick 7 planes. So I've got 8, so I'll just leave 1 out. So I'll set everything up. So I've selected my target. Number 3, I have to determine and place sites. So I go back here and I check sites. There's 2 in the target area and there's 3 in the 4 approach areas. So I'll go to my cup. I'll look at them once I've put everything in the areas. 2 there, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the hardest of the missions, I think, in this scenario. Right then, I'll check me what the sites are. Turn them over. That's north side. That's a nice easy one. So I'll put that one back. Over here, I've got a north side and 2 riflemen. They're pretty easy. Over here, 2 riflemen. And this one. Over here, rifleman, got a special side. So what you do here is you swap this over, put that one back, what have I got? Photo. So I've got to be low in the same space, and if I do that I can move Intel one across. So that's that. So if I'm in the same space I can do that. See what I've got here? There's a lot of sights in this one. No side. That's a nasty one. It's got a 1 on there. So that means it has a range of 1. So you can shoot either here, 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 or here. All the other ones can only attack in the same space. So that's all the sights. There's quite a lot. Next is assign pilots. I've already done that. And then you arm your pilot. Right, with this game there's not like as many bombs to arm your pilots with as in, say, a game like Corsair Leader, where it takes ages thinking about what to arm. So I'll just I'll do that off camera, then I'll show you. It was dead easy to arm the pilots. I only had to I can only carry 3 weight points, so I just armed them with these. My other 2 bombers the same, and the other ones are escorts, so you don't bother arming them because they're used to fight the bandits. So I've got 2 bombers. I need 5 hits, but I've got my gung ho, so if I'm over the target I can just flip one over and it's an automatic 10. So I'm guaranteed to hit them. So I'll get like 3 for that, 2 for that, that's 5. I've got a one gung ho for this one, so that'd be 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm guaranteed 8 points. 3, 6, 7, 8, yeah, at least 8 points. So I'll definitely get overkill. So what I've got to do though is get past these sights and also face the bandits. So anyway, next up, what you do now is you draw a target bound event card. So you go to your event card, turn it over, and you look at the top one, and it says early morning, add 1 stress each to 3 pilots of your choice that are flying the mission. That's not very good, is it? So 3 of my pilots get a stress. So I'll just work out which 3 I want. So I've given one of my bombers a stress. He should be alright. He's got a stress. And he's got a stress. So straight away 3 stress. Okay, next up you place the aircraft. So I've placed them here at the bottom because I want I want them to go over this one so that they can move the intel. 2 bandits, so that's 2, 4, that's 5 bandits in the target area. So I'll have to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully some of them will have no bandit on. This one has. There's a 1, there's a 1. Hey, that's brilliant. Out of the 5, 3 of them have no bandit. So out of the possible 5, I've only got 2. So that's excellent, that. I stand a brilliant chance of getting this mission accomplished. Next up Intel air defense adjustments, there isn't any. Next, draw over target event card. Right, another one of these. And you look at the middle part now. Add one side to a random approach area. Okay, so I'll randomise it 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll throw a die. What have I got? 1. So it's this area here. See what I pick. And I've picked just an easy rifleman. Right then. What do I do next? Place counter at number 1 I've already done. That's the turn track. So over target you do this 5 times. I don't have any dive bombers, so I forget about number 12. First up, fast pilots attack. I don't have any fast pilots, they're all slow. Next, sights and bandits attack. The only sight that can attack us would be this one, and even he can't yet because he's out of range. You can only fire from 1, so that's 2 away, and the bandits are too far away as well, so I'm alright there. Slow pilots attack. Well, I'm not attacking anything. Right, aircraft move. So what I'm doing is I'm moving these forward 1. Okay, and then the bandits, these 2, I'll move 1. Now, engagement. What I do now is I engage these 2 bandits, and I can use like escorts. So I've got 5 escorts, so I'll use my best 2. Paxton's my best one, so I'll have him up against, he's a veteran. He's got a V there, you see, so he's going to be hard to beat. And my next best escort, Dusty Rhodes, it's him, so he'll engage the other one. These 2 bombers are safe, and these 3 get a free shot afterwards. So I'll explain all that when I get to dogfighting. And then finally you move the advanced turn counter. So that goes to 2. And you start all over again. Okay, we're on with turn 2. Another thing I forgot to tell you is this is target number 20, so there's a little token that's useful. So you move that so it's pointing at 20. That's just so it's in stress 1 area. It's just to help you see where you're fighting. You'll see dogfighting in this round, but first, because my pilots are in this area, they can like use this special sight token, and it says like they're taking a photo. It says photo, same area and low, and you can move the Intel one. So I might as well just move it now so I don't forget. I think you're supposed to wait until after the mission. Okay, so the first thing you do is dive bomber. I don't have dive bombers. I don't have fast pilots. Sights and bandits attack, that's next. I'll do the sights first before I get on to the bandits. These 2 sights attack because they're in the same approach area, and also this one now can attack because he can attack 1 space away. So I'll do him first, so he can attack high or low, so it doesn't matter what altitude. Right then, so I'll randomly pick a plane. I've got 7 planes. I'll roll a die. 7 planes, 1 to 7. So he's attacking number 7. That'll be Jensen. So what Jensen can do is use suppression, and he can turn that so instead of 1 stress he's now got 2 stress. By doing that, instead of throwing 1 dice, you throw 2 and you pick the lowest. So here he causes stress on a 2, damage on a 6 and destroys on an 8. So back here, an 8 and a 3. So an 8 and a 3, that's above a 2. So Jensen gets another stress. So he's now 3. Still okay though. He's okay until he gets to 5, and then he's shaken and his stats go down. It will be this side and then this side. So this one, I'll do the same. 1 to 7 to see how he's attacking. He's attacking plane 4. That's this guy. So what he'll have to do is the same. Take a stress and then throw 2 dice instead of 1 and pick the lowest. So he's a bit easier to dodge. 7, 9 and 10. So I've got a 9 and a 6. A 9 and a 6, so I take the lowest. That means he's missed. You see, because he hits on the 7. And the next one, these are the easy ones, the riflemen. They can only cause damage on a 6 or above. And then they can only cause, the maximum damage they can cause is only 1 stress. So I'll not even use a suppression with this one. They're attacking number 1 and they've missed anywhere. So that's the sights done. Now it's the bandits that are attacking. I'll get on to dogfighting now. With dogfighting there's 2 stages. First there's positioning, and you throw a die and you find out which position they're fighting each other. You want the best position's tailing. You put your tokens like that, one in front of the one behind the other. Next best's advantage. That plane's like that and that plane's like that. Neutral, that's how you start. You're facing each other, there's no advantage to neutral. Disadvantage, yeah, the plane's like that and that one's like that. And then there's tailed, where your plane's like that and that's like that. When you're in a good position, you get a dice roll modifier. So I'll show you how you do positioning. Right, the bandits use this to start with. They throw a die and they decide which of these they're in, which position they're in first. They're nearly always like neutral. Advantage on neutral. You throw a die to decide which position you're going to attempt. I'll do that first. We're doing this plane against this one to start with. This is the first fight. And he's a veteran. He's got a +2 against Paxton, who doesn't have any modifiers. Although he's got a gung-ho, which he'll use when it's his turn to fight. But first the bandit decides which position he's going to attempt. So you throw a die. I've got a 7. So he got a 7 plus his 2. This here plus 2. So that's 9. So he's going to attempt in my sights. So next you throw the die again to see if he's successful. And what you do here is you add 2 again to the 4 plus his 2 is a 6. Paxton doesn't have anything to reduce it. So 6 will be this. So he was successful. And what that says, +1 to his attack. So now he's going to attack as normal. He gets that 2 again, as well as the +1 for his in my sights. So altogether 3 + 2 + 1, that's 6. So after all that, he's only done 1 stress to Paxton. So Paxton's at 2. Just as well, because I forgot to use suppression to use 2 dies. So just as well. So next we do the same thing with this one. He's got a +1, and Rhodes also has a +1. So he throws a die, same thing. He's got a 1 plus his +1, that's a 2. So he's just doing a tight turn. So he's +1, and what you do is you take away, Rhodes has a +1 as well, so that cancels the bandit's +1, because they both got a +1. So it's a normal roll, this. He got a 7, so what's that? After all that, he's got a +1 to his position. So you go back here and you move Rhodes like that. So that's awkward. So when someone's got an advantage to get a +1 to the die roll, he's got a +1, but Rhodes had a +1, so it's cancelled. So he only gets +1 because of his position. So it's a +1 to his die roll. Whoops, nearly forgot. I'll have Rhodes do suppression. Oh, there's a suppression. So he uses 2 die and uses the lowest, just to be on the safe side. We've got a 1 and a 10. Whew, just as well. So that'll be a miss. That's dogfighting, and now it's our turn. So we'll do Paxton. I'll just do a tight turn manoeuvre. So Paxton's at 0. This one's got a +2, so it's a -2 to this die roll. Oh, he got 1. So it's NE. It just means nothing. So now he attacks, and what he's going to do, just to make sure he defeats the player, Paxton, he's going to use his gung ho. So that's used. That's an automatic 10. So this plane is being defeated. And with it being a veteran, instead of going back in the cup, it goes there. So that's good. So there's only 1 plane left. And Rhodes, he has a chance to still do in the position. I'll do a yo-yo. So Rhodes has a +1 against that aeroplane's +1, so there's no advantage. So let's say a 1 blast. That means his position's got worse. So he's now getting tailed. So he can't attack, which is a shame. So that's his turn over with. Bombers can't do anything. But I've got these 3 escorts that didn't do anything, so they have a free shot at neutral at this plane. So we'll start off with this guy, Lamphere Jr. He's actually got a really good air-to-air, a +3. So a +3, when you're attacking bandits, you use this, guns, 8. So he's +3, he has to try and get an 8. Needs at least a 5. He's got a 6. So he's defeated it. Goes back in the cup. So that's all bandits defeated. Let's see what we do next. So it's aircraft move. So what I can do now is push all my aircraft up there. And then you move the turn counter 1. That was a successful turn. So after they've shot the aeroplanes down, you tick the box for both of these pilots. And when they shoot down 5, remember, you get an extra victory point. With this just being a short scenario, this probably won't happen. But when you get to long scenarios, it usually does. So they've got 1 each. So now we're on with turn 3. and this will probably be the last turn. So it's going to be a dead easy turn, this one. All that's going to happen is this side's going to attack, and they're going to attack us in the same area. So there's two sides going to attack. Once they've done that, my bombers will drop the bombs on the target. As you remember, they've all got gung-ho, so they're going to get 10s anyway, so they can't miss. So I'll do the hardest one first, this one. Remember, he's got a 1, so he can attack this space. But let's see how he attacks randomly. He's going to attack number 1. It's one of my bombers. So he'll definitely use a suppression, which means he'll have to use 2 dice, and I can pick the lowest. So he's got a 6 and a 5. So he was lucky. A 6 would have been damaged, and a 5 was just under. So all that happens is he gets 1 stress. So from a 2 to a 3. And finally, these riflemen attack. They can only do 1 damage at the most. So it's number 6 they're attacking. And will they do any damage? It has to be above a 6. Yeah, so number 6 gets 1 stress. It's Crow. He gets 1 stress, but he'll not be bothered. Now that they've attacked, all I've got to do now is drop me bombs. I need 5 to destroy it. Anything above a 5, overkill. If I get 7 or more, I get +1 victory points. It's dead simple now. I'll use my 2 gung-hos to get 2 10s. So I'll score 3 for that, 2 for that. So there's 5 already. You put 5 there, and then my other bomber, he's got a gung-ho, so he'll use that for this bomb, and he'll get 3 for that. That's 8, so I needn't bother doing any other. So I've scored 8 points on it, so it's destroyed. That's mission over. As soon as you destroy the target, you don't bother flying away, it's just automatically over. But there's one more thing I've got to do, and that here, draw a homebound event card. See what's on here. During the next mission, treat all bandits as having -2 air-to-air modifiers. So that would have been a good card, that. I'll keep it for my next mission. So that'll mean that the bandits' next mission will be weaker. So that's good. So after you've finished the mission, you look at your card and you adjust the recon and the intel. So my intel would go up 2, that would go up 1. It wouldn't change anything. Then after you've done that, pilots get stress according to here where the target was, so that's in the stress 1 area. So all my planes would get an extra stress. So he wouldn't get a stress because he's got cool 1. Likewise, Thompson wouldn't. He will, so he gets that. He doesn't. He's got a cool, so he doesn't. He gets a stress. So that's all the stress done. Next, you give your pilots experience. They get 1 if they fly the mission, and they get 2 if they've destroyed the target. Over here you just write in, I'll not do them all, but like the first one will get 2, and then all the rest would get 2 points. And if anyone's, none of mine have, but if anyone gets above this number, same number or above, the skill level goes higher. And that's basically it. That was like day 1. You put the target number here. I did 20, target 20. Down here I destroyed it, so I'd put an X. And here I put what victory points I got. So I got 5 for the target plus 1 for overkill. So day 1 I got 5 points. Then the rest of the campaign's exactly the same. Day 2, day 3, because it's a 3-day campaign. Then you add up all your points and see what grade you get. And that's basically it. I'll not bother doing day 2 and 3. So you got a good idea how the game's played. So I'll give you my final thoughts on it. I think this game's excellent. It's definitely one of the best in the Leader series. I think the closest one to it's maybe Israeli Leader. That was a good one. But this game, with it being set in World War II, I love the theme. And there's so many scenarios. It's quite amazing. There are all the tokens I've put in years. One of the scenarios, it's amazing. It's modern aircraft. I've kept them all in a baggie. Modern aircraft going back in time using modern bombs. So that'll be an excellent scenario, that. I'll probably be playing that one next. And as you can see, I did an unboxing video so you can watch that. But there's loads of scenarios. So out of 10, I think I'd give this game 9. 9 out of 10. The only reason it doesn't get 10 out of 10 is because there's a lot of setup at the beginning. It's not too bad though, but it does take a while to set the game up. And there's another game coming out called Corsair Leader that's compatible with this game. I don't know how it's compatible, but it is. So hopefully I might get that game sometime. So if anyone wants to buy it for Christmas, they can. Anyway, I'll let you go. I hope you enjoyed this little example. I didn't do a full playthrough, I just did the one day, but you can kind of know how to play the game now. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. The only big difference with this game is the dogfighting. Once you get used to doing that, it's alright, and I like the dogfighting now. Thought at first it was a bit fiddly, but it isn't really. It's quite simple. A lot of strategy to it. So anyway, see you next time. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye.